Just about every parent goes through it at some point. You spend all that time in the kitchen making the perfect meal. You place the plate in front of little Johnny or Susie, and they look up at you with those great big eyes and say, I don't want this.
Yeah, most parents just chalk it up to having a picky eater and consider it more stressful than dangerous. But a new study suggests that behavior may be a bit more serious than what you thought.
Everyone has their favorite foods and their not so favorite.
My favorite food is risotto that my mom makes.
Fried chicken.
Sushi.
She doesn't like pizza very much, which is kind of strange.
And children are especially picky about their foods, but a recent study by Duke University has found that some children may develop a condition called selective eating disorder as they get older. Selective eating is more than just being picky. Selective eaters have severe anxiety when eating out or trying new foods. Most picky eaters will grow out of it, but doctors recommend watching for signs like avoiding social situations and obsessive behaviors. Make sure you offer balanced meals, and remember, studies have shown that it takes 10 to 15 tries for a child to like a new food. If you have a particularly picky eater, let them play with their food. Doctors say reducing a child's anxiety will help them learn to enjoy it.
The study also found that children who were severe picky eaters were nearly 3 times more likely to be diagnosed with social anxiety, ADHD, and depression.
How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do if it's not selective eating, but rather your child is being picky? Pediatric nutrition expert Jill Castle recently addressed the issue in Parenting Magazine. She said being picky is kind of like a rite of passage for toddlers. She suggests instead of giving in to only giving them what they will eat, like cereals or yogurt, give them options to make what you served in a way that they can create their own dish, like make it yourself tacos. Another suggestion in the same article, mom of 4 kids, all under the age of 6, Melissa Hurahan, swears by the early bird special strategy. She says dinner between 5 and 5:30, anytime later, it's bound to be a battle because the kids are tired, they're cranky, and much more reluctant to try something new. Now, we all want to do what we can to protect our children, but it turns out a surface that a lot of people thought was safer to play on, they actually turn out to be more dangerous than the real stuff. Coming up next, we're going to dive into the debate over artificial turf. You're going to hear why one side says it makes kids sick, while others say, no way.
Plus, no matter what the turf, this next guy will have you sitting on the edge of your seat. Still ahead, we share the story of how this man traveled thousands of miles from home to find a family, friends, and field to excel upon, and what lessons we can all learn from him. But first, we just learned about our children's eating habits. Dr. Oz says one eating habit you might want to think about is switching to whole foods.
Hi, I'm Dr. Oz. Want to cut processed foods out of your diet? You're not alone. Whole foods are gaining popularity because they're bursting with vitamins, nutrients, and fiber instead of added sugars, salt, and preservatives. When you go grocery shopping, stick to the perimeter of the store. That's where you'll find the most whole, unprocessed foods.